So wish you all the best for this very contemporary and very interesting topic of mass media and communication studies. And we'll start with Rohit. Rohit, you can start your presentation.
Okay, sir. Yes. I'm sharing my screen. Uh, Hello and welcome everyone to this final day of the presentation. And my today's presentation topic is cinema as a medium of communication. And in this presentation, we will see that how cinema has emerged right from history and how far it is going on. And then from where we have started this the mode of communication as mass media and cinema as a tool. So let us begin our presentation with these four outlines of the presentation. At cinema then and now, we will see that how cinema actually emerged and how far it is growing, and then how cinema plays a role of cultural communication. That there are many means of communication, but majority cultural communication is seen basically in the form of cinema. And then over the top OTT platforms are playing how much they are playing pivotal role in communication, and then future of cinema and internet. So these are the basic outline of the presentation. Let us move forward. Cinema then and now. As this Paxson in his book, the first cites that the first permanent studio opened in 1911. In terms of films and production of films, film shooting, the first permanent studio was opened in 1911. It was Nestor Studio. Major studios with names that are still familiar today, including Paramount, Warner Brothers, and Columbia, soon followed. By the 1920s, movie making was the dominant industry in the area. So this particular year, 1920s and 1930s, there were a lot many movies emerging in terms of black and white print and also white negative also. So and then if we look forward and then if we turn towards a contemporary time of cinema, then again in another paragraph Paxson cites that one potential benefit for both the movie industry and movie viewers is that even if a movie is not as successful in theaters as its creators hope, that movie can still generate revenue in the home viewing market. So this particular idea of a home viewing market was coming in. This particular book of introduction of mass media and media studies was published basically in 2008 and republished in 2010. So in then too, that particular home viewing market was also in thought and in writing. And indeed, some movies that are determined to be unlikely to make a profit in the theaters are released directly to the video formats. These particular video formats are currently considered as over-the-top online video formats and video channels also. As far as this revenue generation is concerned, there are video on demand and video on the go. That particular terms are used in terms of OTT platforms. So these are the cinema then and now. Then in order to study a lot many films such as Alam Ara was the first talkie if we want to speak. That particular film uh, communicated a lot through that particular screen. And then if we want to jump down to Gujarati films also. So this Narsi Mehta was the first one. Then down the line, urban Gujarati films, and there were and in India also there were a patriotic halo of among public. So this Shahid Azam Bhagat Singh was also released, and then down the line again if we see that Rang De Basanti and other things were also then, and then down the line this Bayar kind of film, that urban Gujarati that created a milestone in the filmmaking of a Gujarati language also. And then this Godfather and Psycho, there were direction based, there were many offbeat and onbeat movies also. So this Alfred Hitchcock and Michael Tarantino and all other directors came out with this particular films. And then this particular cinema is currently moving forward. Then the basic analogy of the filmmaking is basically by there are many of units of productions, and then they distribute the rights, and then they purchase lot many rights, and then the analogy goes towards earning and profit by viewers, as far as these viewers on the content based viewers are concerned, and then making money out of theatrical release also. And then how far this cinema does the communication in terms of cultural communication, how far it happens. Let us see that the movies spread many messages among societies and open new discourses to talk and discuss. As we know that we have lot many revolutionary movies which strike our head and make us think that how far our stereotypes are legible in terms of today's century, 21st century, and then they make us think. And as far as our humanity's field is concerned, we watch lot many movies such as art films, offbeat films also, and then we try to read that particular film in such a way that leave a lot many marks among the society, and we also write reviews of a lot many films, being very much critical about it, being very much taking a revolutionary stand also sometimes. So this way we also try to this way this film also try to communicate among society. Then this as OTT platforms have made the movie watching experience boundless, many films have opened multicultural mindset in people. So people directly adapt lot many things directly from the screen also. So as far as this, there are lot many products are shown. There are lot many rituals, cultures, and clothings and other things are shown. So that directly comes towards in the practice of mass of the people. So that way also film also communicate, and then it opens the strands of experiencing the world view in a better way. So as far as the people's action and the narrative structures of different films are concerned, there are Iranian films, Italian films, French films, English films, and Gujarati and Hindi films also. So they all are intermingling in one another, and they inspire from one another, and then they assimilate in such a way that they try to give very novel meaning of stereotypes in a better way, and then they communicate to the masses. And then there is a term of product placement and marketing. So in unknowingly or unconsciously, we see lot many other things apart from the frame of the character. As far as this frame is concerned, I am currently basically using that particular chroma key. So directly, if I do not mention that particular product, and then too you understand that this particular thing is used, it is called chroma key. So that is the indirect placement of product in terms of films. So that is also directly adapted by people, and 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 then too this indirect and hidden marketing also happens through the communication of films. And then again one paragraph Paxton cites in the book that the mass communication industry arose in the United States in the 1800s as the industrial revolution generated the need of mass marketing and mass media. For 2 centuries, mass communications was essentially a one-way process, with information and entertainment created and delivered by the mass media to individuals. So this particular, so for example, theaters, if we see that one theater or one hall of a particular theater can communicate to lot many masses through one release or one show of the film. And then again down the line, if we want to talk about OTT platforms that with the help of internet and high speed internet we are using, so that particular thing multi to multi, it is that communication happens with a model of multi to multi. So we have lot many multiple platforms to choose from, and then there are lot many consumers of that particular product by the other end of the society. And then if we talk about the future of cinema and internet, so the term OTT, as we all are familiar with, it is the abbreviation of over the top, which has a meaning that audiovisual contents are delivered over the top of existing types of TV receivers, such as cables, satellite dishes, and set-top boxes, as Argelis in 2017 cites as that particular definition. And then the synonyms for OTT is non-linear or on-demand audiovisual media service, or video on demand, as are also used as the definition of Park says. Then this particular OTT platforms and how far internet is taking forward that particular OTT platforms to masses, that is also to be seen. And the future of movie viewing at home likely lies with on-demand streaming of movies as internet service providers continue to increase their connectivity speeds. And many movie rental stores have closed due to the competition from Netflix, which has been successful with its very efficient movie rental by mail system and through streaming movies over the internet. As again, Paxson cites with the use of future of cinema and internet as far as it is concerned. And then these are some of the examples of over-the-top platforms, such as we all are using all this Amazon Prime Video, Alt Balaji, Z5, Netflix, this Sony Live, Wood Select, and Disney Plus Hotstar. So these are some of the popular OTT platforms. And if we want to see that for then how far these future prospects are concerned with this over-the-top platform, then this is and there is a huge market over film distribution and right purchasing also. So this particular giants, if you want to call that, OTT giants are Amazon Prime Video and Netflix, so to speak, and they are comparatively remain on the top towards this consumer consumption of that particular films and OTT contents also. And these are the works that I have cited from two sources, Paxson and Park. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, yes, questions to Rohit, yes, Ruchi, Rupa.
Yes. Rohit, question to you is, we are living in the era where web series has almost taken the place of cinema. And yet they are so long, they has taken successfully, it has taken its place. Would you like to comment on this, that will will movies only communicate better, or web series? What can be future in this both? And one more, if you would like to comment on this, that many people says that the way cinema communicates in society, rather than it affects us. So what do you think? Is there something in society and so in the film, or there is something in film and because of that children or adults are being bad in terms of society? If you would like to comment on this.
Very enriching and quite a good question that you have raised, Ruchi. Thank you for asking these two questions, which are very much relevant and pertinent towards the time, as far as India is considered as the most young country among the world, among the other world countries. So much of the youth is consuming lot many things in terms of cinema and web series both. And as you rightly mentioned, that web series are widely viewed as comparatively towards the cinema, and the traditional mode of watching movies was to go to purchase the tickets and standing in the queue of the box office and coming back to the theater, and then we were able to watch that particular film. So this web series and cinema have both very much different making and production process also, because the web series is very much transient in nature, and it keeps on evolving from one narrative to another. So that particular series and web series are concerned, so that keep on engaging people in that particular way. So web series is a far better means of communication than cinema, if I want to take one side only. And then why cinema is lagging behind in terms of communicating in such a way that cinema is only for 1 hour or 2 hour or 3 hour watching only, and it is a one time watch, and there is no certainty that how far the discussion of that particular film will be prolonged among the mass or class of people. But as far as this OTT platform and internet has made available lot many content in terms of web series, so people can continuously talk on relevant subjects. And okay, this particular episode was talking about that particular topic, which are very much relevant. So as far as this web series and other programs are concerned, which are prolonged in that particular way, so that way it is better to communicate through web series. I would take that. And then another question that you have raised, that how far society is taking note of that particular communication, which is conveyed through the production managers and the directors and film actors or writers. So that particular question, if I am to answer that, society, there is a theory of relativity. There is a theory of relativity lies in everywhere. How far we are able to consume and how far they are able to convey that particular meaning. So that relativist idea of this consuming of several meanings and ideas, that lies in that. And then there is the probability of that mindset and cultural environment of the people on the other end. So that particular strata also is to be seen in terms of communication through films and web series. Thank you.
Thanks, Rohit,
Yes,
for this insightful answer.
yeah, and you can also connect that historically also. Like earlier, there were drama and there were amphitheaters. And then from drama to when we went to cinema, now drama is a kind of a charity show. You don't find many people going to the drama. But then it is still surviving. It is not completely wiped off. It is still there, but most of the people, that is the mass, normally prefer to go for the theater. Then there were single screen theaters. There were moving screen theaters also. Moving that, then we have now multiplexes. So people have studied that what is this multiplex versus single screen theaters. Also, how does it play a vital role? And from there, now coming down to this pocket theaters. Now we have this pocket theater idea. So obviously it is Corona times, so it is much in talk. But apart from that, what are the possibilities? So Netflix was quite popular. Even in a normal days also, it was still making its own mark on the people. The people were still concerned that cinema going is a kind of a group activity. Like it is not only watching cinema, but we are going together. That time of togetherness with other people, though it is like going for a picnic or urban picnics. These are urban picnics where people go. So malls are growing. You can do shopping, you can do eating, you can play video games outside, and then you can watch. So malls were becoming picnic spots. And in that, this things is coming. How people are going to change their habits, in what way, will be very challenging. It is a social concern also, or sociologist reading also. Growing individualism and growing OTT platforms. They may be perhaps linked together, as growing urban space and multiplexes with it. In a similar way, we find the individual habits into society and how this becomes there also. Good topic, a good question was also asked.